Welcome to another episode of Lunch with the Shark. Join us as we dive deep into discussions about business, accounting, and finance to help you build a business that thrives. Now sit back and have a bite with your host, the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa.
Well, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to a new edition of Lunch with the Shark. I am Vidal, the Shark CFO, Espinosa, and I want to thank you for joining us this Wednesday afternoon. We apologize for not being on the air Monday and Tuesday, but you know what? The Shark and its team does need some time off. And we actually got invited by my brother to a quick getaway for the weekend, and we headed down to Loreto Bay. And let me tell you one thing. Please don't go because it's paradise. I really want to keep that secret, and we want to keep it in the low key because let me tell you one thing. It's paradise. And also, safety precautions down there are to the fullest extent. Unfortunately, not at the airport nor at the at the airport. So you have to keep your own precautions. But everything, it's amazing. We went out snorkeling, fishing, kayaking, paddleboarding, relaxing. It was super relaxed. We caught 9 dorados. I think it's mackerel. I don't know what it is in English, but we caught 9 dorados. The chef at the resort where we're staying, amazing. He actually made a dinner for us. We had ceviche. We had that fish made 2 ways, zarandeado and 3 chile crust. And it was amazing. Amazing relaxation, amazing time, amazing everything. So thank you for bearing with us. And we were gonna do it live. Actually, I had no brain to do it because I was super disconnected. So you need to do the same. You need to relax and actually be present as to what you're doing. And being present as to what you're doing, it's funny because we at Invictus, we actually manage our workload in a certain way that we actually meet with clients and possible clients Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we actually work, not that we don't work Tuesdays and Thursdays, but we actually take care of businesses Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And today I was looking at one of our mentors, and he actually has a thing called Work on Your Business Day. WOD. Not WOW, WOD. Work on Your Business Day. And it's actually a day that you dedicate either a week, hopefully, or bi-weekly, monthly, where you actually work just on your business. You create systems, processes, you clean up your emails, you actually work on your business. The intake, the offboarding, onboarding, everything. The only way to grow your business is by systematizing it, by creating a process that it's actually so clear that anybody can take it upon and move forward your business. So implement it, work on your day, work on your business day. You actually send an email to your clients and say, hey, this day, we are going to be working in our business. So please bear with us. We'll respond to you in the next 48 hours with any inquiries. If you have like urgent pressing matter, please call us and we'll take care of it. Obviously, they're clients and you see first for your clients. But if you don't create your own systems, processes, try to make your business excellent, how can you offer that to your clients? I feel that it's required, it's necessary. It's something that you must do. It's something that you must have. And if you don't have, implement it. Implement it because it is amazing. We actually work on our business once a week, and it's not on the weekends anymore. On the weekends, it's no longer on the weekends, on a Friday basis. And we create systems, we create processes. If you don't want to create them, buy them. Just go look online and buy them and just adopt them to your company, to your business. Okay, so do so. I think there's a nugget that everybody can use. There's a nugget that we can see, that we can apply, and everything. So let us do that. Okay, so um, let's dive into this week, short week, a business. Our Lunch with a Shark week, we are going to touch on the topic of finances. And today we're going to talk about one of the biggest problems with businesses, and in general, not starting up, moving forward, new businesses. Every business has cash flow problem. What is cash flow, you might ask? Cash flow is the amount of money that comes into your company and the amount of money that goes out of your company. And let me tell you one thing. It's not just for the revenue, which is an influx, or the expenses that it's an outgoing. It's everything that comes into your business and everything that goes out of your company, your business, bank account, credit accounts. Okay? Think of it as a wave that comes in and out of the beach. Ah, you see what I'm doing there? Positioning it as to what we just experienced. So yeah, cash flow, it's a wave. Comes in, goes out, comes in, goes out. Many businesses deal with cash flow issues on a regular basis. And, or you have an accountant or CFO, we can actually help you manage those ups and downs of your cash flow. Most companies go as far as creating a budget, an annual budget. But you generally create that budget based on your accrual financials, not your cash flow financials. Ah. There are many reasons why companies have cash flow issues, tons of them. I can name you millions, but we're going to focus on 5 today. The first and the biggest issue that most companies have when it comes to cash flow problems, it's not enough sales, not enough revenue. Most people will say, duh. Well, not necessarily. The key is to understand why you are not selling enough. Sales issues are generally tied to one of the following 3 problems. The sales price is too high. The marketplace isn't receiving your product or service. You're doing a poor job of researching the right audience and explaining why you are different than anyone else out there. It's very interesting that when it comes to this, because I actually recently posted on my Facebook, my personal Facebook. It's my personal belief. It's my personal opinion, not the company's. That sometimes you take too much time to address certain matters with clients. And somebody commented, yes. And also, when it comes to them asking a lot of questions and not signing the proposal or moving forward without the proposal, like meaning they don't hire you. Well, I was going to reply to that post and that comment saying I don't refer to that when it comes to people asking for proposals, because the issue is not on them. The issue or the problem relies on you. You clearly did not hit the mark. You clearly did not um, satisfy their pain. It's not the price. It's not the issue. It's that you did not clearly stated it, the solution to their pain. That's the only reason they did not go with you. In many cases, you'll find that your sales problems are actually tied to multiple factors, not just your price or not just addressing the pain point or not just knowing your target market. It's a combination. It's never just one point, okay? The sooner you dig in and you find out what's causing your lack of sales, the faster you can pursue a solution. Remember, where focus goes, energy flows. And the solution, the issue is you need to focus 20% of the problem, 80% of the solution. The sooner you can focus on finding a solution of the lack or low sales revenue, the sooner and the faster you can implement a solution. So the number one problem, it's not enough sales. Second problem, not having the right income stream model. When you start your business, you are focused on the type of product or services that you're selling versus how to sell it. Let me repeat this. When you're starting up, you're focusing your business on the type of product or services that you're selling versus on how to sell it. Meaning you don't know how to sell. When you have a specific product that has a long shelf life, let's say a mattress, the pricing has to reflect the length of the goods provided. So you're going to sell to just that family for that particular bed one mattress every 4 or 5 years. So you need to price it accordingly. Us, for instance, we do provide services on a monthly basis. So, but there's actually things that are provided only once over the year. Example, tax return. Example, minutes of annual minutes for your corporation, business license filings, and things like that. So it's only once a year. So we have to recognize that expense or that time or that service and amortize it over the 12-month period. So it's all spread even through the year. Because if we don't do that, at the end of the year, you're going to have a huge impact when it comes to the client on that expense. So if we have it on a linear model, it's easier for the client to amortize it or recognize on a cash flow basis. Does that make sense? We don't have spikes in our services at the end of the year. So you need to know how to price it accordingly, but sell it properly. You need to strike a balance between your large one-time purchases when it comes to services and products and your small recurring services. You should have both in your business to make sure you have consistency when it comes to cash flow for your business. It's like also in the coaching industry. You're going to have clients that buy just once every year your big package. So that's a big spike, $70,000 a year. And what about the rest of the year? You have maybe 3 events a year. That's a spike, and 1 or 2 months every 4 months out of the year. like real estate agents. They, on the average, sell 2.3 houses a year, meaning that there's a spike every 4.6 months, every 5 months approximately in their revenue. What about the rest of those months? So you need to plan accordingly. Number 3, you are too passive about your receivables, meaning you forget to collect. You don't know how to collect. You disregard your collectibles, your receivables. What are receivables? It's the amount that your client owes you for your services over a particular time. If you sell or you provide 90, 60, 30 days credit or whatever, every month the client needs to pay you. Every 3 months the client needs to pay you. Do you pursue those receivables on due time? One of the fastest cash flow killers, particularly for small business to businesses, it's the result from unpaid invoices from clients. If you aren't being proactive about collecting payments from your clients, you could be on the way to a dangerous cash flow situation, because you are actually allowing your client to not pay you. And when you want the client to pay you, it's because your cash, it's up here like, oh shit, I'm struggling to get some air for cash. So your client, you educate your client. You're telling your client, it's okay not to pay me. But when you call them and they don't pay you, you get upset, right? Because we all get upset when things don't go our way. That's the only time that you get upset. That's the only time that, oh, food for thought. You don't do this, blah, 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 blah. Then it's upsetting on me because it doesn't fall under what I think it's correct. It's not benefiting me. So if it doesn't benefit me, it's affecting me, it's a problem. It's unethical. It's unprofessional. Why? Because it only affects you. Why? But you allow, if you allow to go on a big time or big period of your clients not paying you, that's on you, not on your client. Okay? You're not diligent. Yes, it's your client's responsibility. Yes, but you are the proactive person. Okay? So you need to be proactive. Good policy includes a 5% late penalty after 5 days, and work stoppage after 30 days past due. Do you know what this is going to do? This is actually telling your client that you care. That you care the service that you're providing them, that you care that when you implement these policies, all you, that if the client calls you, you provide immediate service based on your policies, 24, 48 hours, that you follow that. If your client falls behind, you need to tell them. Let me tell you, once you implement this, you're not going to have big issues. If your client don't know for sure that they hear from you the moment a payment is late, you're sure to be last of their vendors to get paid. Vendors get paid by them reminding their clients to pay. You have to be proactive. It's your money. You provided the service. Okay? Number 4, Jesus Christ. Not using a budget. Not using the budget. A budget. So, say you've set realistic expectations for future sales, revenue, okay? You start spending based on the revenue, okay? And you're doing everything possible to make your clients pay. These 3 challenges alone will do wonders for your company. Long-term cash flow, long term. But without tracking your cash in and out, you may still find your business in a tight spot. And depending on the industry, the months just after the New Year's are time when cash flow can be particularly tight. So knowing this will actually help you anticipate when you have more money going out than coming in. So you can plan ahead for those difficult periods. I gave you examples already. Real estate agents, every 4.6, every 5 months, they get an influx of cash. But every month they have expenses. And what they want to do is since they're grasping for air, as soon as they get cash, pretty much everything goes out. Shit, what about the next 3-4 months? They still have to pay rent, salary, utilities, and things like that. Do you budget? Do you project? It's simple prediction based on your known numbers. But you know what? Fuck your numbers. Fuck your numbers. We are even saying it here. You need to know your revenue. That's all. That's why it's so important to complete objective and realistic sales forecasting based on historical evidence and real numbers. Is your accountant providing you real numbers? Or is your accountant doing numbers based on what you tell them? That's not a consultant. If you tell them what to do, they are not your consultant. They don't have your best interest in mind, because they're just following what you're telling them because they're afraid of being let go. Just analyze that. Understand that. A good consultant would always do what is right and in the best interest of the client. They don't follow instructions from the client because that's what they are being paid for, to actually consult for the client, not do what the client tells you. Beware, okay? And also beware, clients. Mixing personal and business expenses. Oh my God, this is so simple. Like, you know what? My neighbor told me to open an LLC because they're using it to pay for their mortgage. They're using it to pay for their vacation. That's so simple. It's a deductible. Dude, come on. Mixing personal and business expenses. By mixing personal and business expenses, you really can tell if your business may or may not have a good cash flow. Last week, I sat down with a couple of clients, and they were talking about cash flow. Actually, we're talking about cash flow, utilizing the 2 checking accounts, and so forth, so on. And how are we going to pull money? I'm like, what do you mean? Yes. I'm going to come from Mexico to San Diego, and I'm gonna spend those monies. Dude, are you opening the business for tax purposes? Or are you opening the business to make money? Oh, no, we want to make money, but why are you trying to mix personal and business? But that's what they told me to. I'm your consultant. I'm telling you otherwise. No, we are not spending or expensing those travel trips in your company. Do you want to know how much money you're making? Yes. Do you want to maximize your investment? Yes. Okay, so let's do it this way. Don't mix personal and business. But just taking withdrawals based on when you need money, you would not get an accurate picture of the monthly cash flow of your business. Your business account, it's not your petty cash. Your business account, even though it's your business, even though you own the business, it's not your personal credit card. Let your business money be managed by your business. If you need money, allocate a salary for you. Yes, it's going to cost you. There's other strategies. Allocate, project. Oh, you know what? It's very, I get this very often. I was like, ooh, my credit card for the company, it's identical to my credit card, my personal credit card. We'll separate them. Oh, it's so easy to get confused. Well, don't carry your business credit card and carry your personal credit card and reimburse. Oh, no. Yes. Oh, I mix my debit cards. They're identical. Separate them. It's on you, really. And it's a lame excuse. Oh, I mixed them up. Because when you're in front of a judge in tax court, the judge is going to laugh at you. Trust me. The judge is going to laugh at you. And they're going to be like, yes, that's a lame excuse. That's not reasonable cost. That's salary or that's distributions. You owe us taxes and we can get you on tax evasion. They're not just going to slap your hand. Nope, they're not. Is your accountant advising you on that? Or is your accountant just blindsiding and putting all the information you provide them for tax purposes? When you know how money flows through your are we still? Yes, we're still there. There was like a little delay or something. So is it clear? You must have very healthy cash flow projections. Your accountant, it's just going to give you cash flow report. A controller or CFO, they are going to help you strategize for your cash flow projections, budgets. So don't expect your bookkeeper to help you strategize for your cash flow. Don't expect your accountant or your tax preparer to help you strategize for that cash flow. Okay? It's going to be your controller, CFO. If you have any questions, send us an email, book a consultation with us, Invictus-Advisors/Shark. We can actually help you strategize for your cash flow, help you understand the difference between cash flow and budget, between your profit and loss and your bank accounts. We can help you. It's very simple. It's very easy, but it's all on you. It's not on us. Who cares more about your business? Excuse me. Your tax advisor, your controller, your CFO, your bookkeeper, your mom, your dad, or you? Answer that question. Who cares more about your business? Tomorrow, we will be hosting another webinar at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time called, Is Your Accountant Hurting Your Business? They might. They might be hurting your business, and not only your business, they might be hurting you. On this webinar, we are going to cover how to know if your accountant is hurting your business. And the top 5 questions all business owners should be asking their accountant. Remember, bookkeeper is different than accountant. Bookkeeper, it's different than an accountant. So don't go back to your bookkeeper and blame them and ask them for some of the things that we're going to discuss in this webinar. You must be at the webinar to understand the importance of having an accountant, the importance of having somebody read to you the financial statements. issue you financial statements, provide you financial statements. Okay? So you can sign up for this webinar. It's free of charge. It's complimentary. The only thing we ask from you is to be attentive, to be on time, and to want to grow your business. You can sign up at invictus-advisors.com/webinar. Also, it's really easy to subscribe to our channel in YouTube. Search for Invictus Advisors in YouTube and click the big red subscribe button on the right-hand side. This is going to keep you up to date every time we go live on YouTube. So follow us. There's a little video there, so you can get information. You can get up-to-date information on our social media. Follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. I think that my marketing team is also talking about putting us on what is it called? On TikTok. I am still not super on board for that, but I think our marketing consultants and marketing team are thinking that they're going to start dancing there. So it's up to them, not up to me. I am not going to be dancing. So I'm throwing it out there, just FYI, right? I'm going to be eating my own words. So, okay. So today's quote comes from Larry Ellison, the co-founder of Oracle. Okay? He said, if your cash is about to run out, you have to cut your cash flow. CEOs have to make those decisions and live with them however painful they may be. You have to act and act now and act in the best interest of the company as a whole, even if it means that some people in the company who are your best friends have to work somewhere else. Does that make sense? Is cash flow hurting your company? Maybe you need to cut some heads, unfortunately. And those heads might be people, team members, that are only costing the company by not generating revenue or providing value. Thank you so much for tuning in today on Wednesday Lunch with the Shark. Thank you for bearing with us while we were on a little hiatus, but we enjoyed it. Sorry to be nagging about that. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow for our webinar, and see you tomorrow with another Lunch with a Shark. Bon appetit. Ciao.
Thank you for listening to Lunch with the Shark. If you would like to set up a consultation with the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa, visit his website www.invictus-advisors.com, and don't forget to subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn.